Let's hit the record button, and we're gonna start up episode 3 of season 3. We did this 3 weeks in a row. We've done technically 4 videos now because we had a 1.5 video for bitching on stuff. I mean,
but
I don't think that's like a real complaint because everyone knows GW paints are like trash.
I got something related.
You got something related? All right, what's going to start us off with before we get to our main topic today?
Right. I know our main topic was RPGs and stuff, but you know we're like we are big into the GW.
I mean,
scene, right? People know this.
I mean, if you are on this channel, you probably know that we have much love and hate for the GW.
We should talk about. Do you know about the Golden Deamon drama?
No. All right, hit me with the drama.
Let's bring this up. If you go to
yes, gotta get the web of webs.
Yeah, go to the Warhammer community. Bring up the
Warhammer community. All right. I see the Age of Sigmar. Oh, it's probably like a few days ago, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Where is it?
Everything you need to know.
Where is it? I was just looking at it.
They finally got those Night Lords models, which I'll get that later. I have to click some more article.
Where is it?
Yeah, where is it? Did they remove it? Oh, Golden Deamon 2024 winners revealed at Adepticon. That one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Yeah, it's on March 24th. So you're gonna have to click all the articles and then add like some after that because it's been about a week. It looks or more than a week, less than a week, about 8 days.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Okay. Right. Golden Deamon 2024 winners.
We're gonna talk about stuff we don't really have expertise in. Because that's what we do on this channel. We just talk shit about stuff we don't know.
I know. I mean, we've gone years without giving away the goods.
But I will say, I conferred with people who have expertise on this.
Okay.
AKA Snickersnack Studio.
Oh, yeah. Shout outs to good friends of ours.
Shout out. And I watched the video. I don't know. I didn't watch the entire video, so like I'm not 100% on this, but I know a bit.
Okay.
I know a bit.
Okay.
So going to this, let's go to this. Let's look at this. Neil Hollis' single miniature.
Yeah, I mean this looks pretty sweet. I like this.
Cool model. You like this model?
I like it. Yeah, it's a cool model. It's a nice conversion.
People have issues with this.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I'll say, GW is horrible at taking pictures.
Okay.
So this picture may not do the model justice.
That's probably fair. That's fair.
Right. That's probably fair. Looking at this model, it's good. I think technically, it looks good. I can see the technique. It's a kind of a monochrome model.
Yeah. I mean, it's painted to like kind of be more aesthetic with the background and blend in and stuff.
It's got acrylic water pour and stuff.
He does. Like I just noticed that. It's a 3D little base, like a little display base. Sure.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. Let's look at this background. This background's not painted. This background is printed out.
It's a picture.
And it's a picture.
But he does have the leaves. He's got some 3D leaves, like branches and stuff.
Is also AI generated.
Shut the fuck up.
There's no like evidence that it is AI generated, but people are saying this background is AI generated.
How are they proving this is AI generated?
I have no idea, but they printed it out. And so here's the biggest complaint people are saying. Okay. And it's not really a complaint, but there's artists are saying, and we say artists, we know what we feel about artists.
Right.
This background shouldn't it been judged against it because it wasn't painted?
No.
This is a painting competition.
No, it's a miniature painting competition. But keep going.
It is a miniature painting competition.
Right.
But there are people who are complaining that background should have been painted. And I'd say, number one, apparently in the Golden Deamon rules, it didn't. I don't think it specified anything about the background.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. Yeah.
Right.
Because people in the past have done pictures, like big army-wide pictures.
Coming from like Gundam and like competing in Gundam, I know that if I put something out there, that's gonna get judged.
Right.
Like you put it out there, we're gonna judge you on it. But
right.
Golden Deamon is different.
Right. The rules of Gundam
Right.
states that. Yeah.
There's a lot of other people who are complaining that let's say Golden Demon in general, and I understand it's Golden Demon.
Right.
It's a specific style of painting. You want to paint the way they want to see it.
Right.
There's a lot of the
you're painting
artists
for
who say
GW.
like,
Yeah.
these models, the models that are listed, are kind of boring. Like they're not the best artistic wise. They show off the techniques,
Right.
and that's what it's all about. Like it's all about technique. Can you paint the heavy metal style?
Yeah, it's the Golden Demon painting competition. Like when you enter the Golden Demon, if you're any kind of like model painter of like notable skill, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can look at these other models, like I'm
looking
Black
at the
Templar
the
guy.
other one. Yeah.
I'm looking at these three. I'm just like, man, like I think the Necron guy is better than the Exodite.
Really? The Necron guy?
If you take that back, if you take the background off,
right, ignoring
like,
the background, ignoring the display, just the miniature.
I think the Necron guy is better.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I will say the Black Templar is not, but I thought he was really cool. But I was watching a video and somebody stated on this. If you look at the Black Templar, the cloth is kind of plain.
It's just got the highlights.
It's just got the basic highlights.
Yeah,
now,
highlight,
again, the photo may not do it good, but whatever. I'll bring up another complaint. Not really a complaint, but everyone kind of just has dirt and like rocks on their base.
Yeah.
And there's another thing he was saying that people were saying like you have to do kind of a diorama to be able to even compete. Like
that makes sense.
You can't just do a model by itself.
That makes sense. But that's a little messed up
some
because
of these,
the diorama is not what's judged.
It's right, but it's not going to get immediately looked at. Like you're not judging it, but it's catching the judge's eye.
So it's like, it's a there's like a like an unwritten benefit.
Right,
it's an
unwritten benefit.
Thing. Yeah,
right.
I see what you're saying. I will say the Necron and the Exodite are significantly better than the Black Templar. So
the Black Templar, yeah.
Here's my kind of complaint, and this is more a GW Golden Demon stylistic thing. I am really over the fade to black, like on everything, like the cloak or the shoulder pads, or the scythe on the Necron, or the cloak on the Exodite. Like
the thing that he's mentioning, the N&M, the non-metallic metallics.
I am so over that.
Pretty much, there were only 4 models that didn't have non-metallic metallic.
Yeah.
They had like real metallics.
Yeah.
Everyone does non-metallic.
It's
a technique.
Yes.
It's a very technique-driven thing.
Yes.
I will say, looking at that Black Templar, the blend on the gold armor is amazing. I really like the gold armor.
Yeah.
And the lantern is really cool. If you look at it closely, it's casting like light onto his cloak. The OSL on the lantern is really nice.
Okay, sure. Sure.
It's nice. The armor is nice, but yeah, the black is kind of plain. The red looks kind of plain.
But
it's a really cool looking model.
I'm not taking anything away. These are all very cool looking models, right? But I guess that's the thing, right? Is painting competitions are more about showing off the technique that the judges want to see than it is about painting a model. Like
painting a model.
The models are irrelevant.
Golden Demon specifically.
Yeah, Golden Demon specifically. It's about showing off technique. Yeah. It's kind of like Gundam in that way. Like the coolest Gundam doesn't win the World Gundam thing. It's the one that shows off the best technique is what it is.
Right. I had brought that up where I was like, it's kind of like if you look at this from a Gundam standpoint or even a scale modeling standpoint, like they judge you on everything.
Yes,
everything you put in front of them is going to get judged, no matter what.
Right.
Like, did you paint that background? Well, it's going to get judged if you didn't.
Yeah.
If you did paint it, you'll get more points.
Or you'll get judged for it, right? Or they'll judge you like your painting was shitty, whatever it might be. Yeah.
But even in like the Gundam worlds, you don't have to do a diorama to win. I think most of the ones I've seen didn't have a diorama base, except for the one this year.
Well,
but his wasn't over the top.
it was in some cases when that kind of thing happens, less is more, right?
Right.
Like it's better to not do anything than to be judged poorly for something
Right.
extra.
Which I that's why I like. I mean, the Bandai judging criteria is very loose. I mean,
Right.
they're gonna judge it on whatever. Whereas this is Golden Demon. They're you got to do it a certain way for Golden Demon.
You do.
Yeah, they go down some more. Some of
Yeah,
this stuff
I'm
is
looking at
cool. The
some of
Kill
the
Team
other
models are
ones.
really cool. The Orc one is really cool.
Oh, the kill team. Let me scroll back up here. The orc one is my favorite.
Yeah,
But
the
I think it's
Vashtor
because
is
it's
pretty
not
neat.
Marines, and I'm a little over the Marine silhouette.
Yeah,
So yeah, the Vashtor is
like
really
that Vashtor
nice.
one's really cool.
Yeah,
I like
really
that.
like that. That's very cool.
Bases. They're in bases. All right. There's a reason I'm telling you to look at bases. This guy's pretty cool. The single miniature. He's pretty neat.
Okay. Yeah. The Slanesh.
We'll go down a little bit. Yeah.
It's just nicely painted.
The
yeah.
lizardmen are amazing.
Okay, yeah. This lizardman one, I kind of like got to it a little bit.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
These lizardmen are insane. But lizardmen, apparently, people do really good with lizardmen. Like you could do some really nice colors.
It
I think
makes
just
sense
because
too,
it's
like,
the
yeah.
jungle.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
also like if you just like look at real life lizards, you know, like their vibrant
Yeah.
colors, and they got the scales, so you can get a lot of like depth and shading and highlighting and
Yeah.
stuff. There's a lot to work
Neat
with on
little
lizardmen.
leaves and stuff here that might come back later.
Yeah.
But yeah, other stuff. You got the
I've
Glockin. You
noticed,
got the
AOS
Glockin
models.
without.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they just painted the back of.
You just painted the three guys
yeah.
and not the big guy. Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing: AOS models are just such nicer models.
It's just really nice. Well, this Eladriel is freaking awesome. She's kind of plain. She's painted in the plain colors, but you put some trees. Like this is ridiculous. She's
Yeah.
already a really nice model.
That's
like,
a very cool model. That's a very cool
Yeah.
model.
The underworld stuff is really cool.
Yeah. AOS models are so nice.
Porter Robbo,
Oh,
fair.
that is actually pretty cool. Okay, kudos to that
Yeah.
one. Is that the actual Proto-Rabo Fordro model?
Yes, he's
Holy
normally
shit.
standing on a Titan, but they put the rock there.
That's
Yeah.
I've actually not seen the model like well done in like actually just the
Yeah.
model. That's a
This is
really
pretty
cool
cool.
model. Yes. Kudos to that. That's a very cool model.
I think the Horus is really nice too. I can see like
The horse is really nice.
that's a hard one because I think
Ooh.
the Horus is better, but
I don't know. I do
no,
like
the
the
Porter
Porto
Robbo's
Rabo.
really nice. Yeah,
There's a lot of
like
like
it's not.
little.
There's a lot of the metal
glows.
blends. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're close though. They're close. I agree.
Yeah, somehow the
Is
whatever
no one
his
complaining
name is, the
about
Night Lord dude got
Night
better.
Lord? Yeah. Also, no one complaining about that lightning in the back. Did that guy not paint that himself?
Whoa, whatever.
Was that AI
Yeah,
also?
no, that's all painted. That looks hand painted.
Okay.
All right. The troll. That's cool. That's the
Old
house
world?
is
That's
old world.
classic. That's
House is
classic.
old world. Is this an old model? I don't know. It says old
I'm
world.
upset. I literally never have seen this model before.
Yeah. It's just like a kid bash. Anyways, the Green Knight is ridiculous. I don't know how.
All right. That's just somebody who has the green knight. That's the Bretonian players. They've been sitting on these dioramas
Yeah,
for
it's
years.
Bretonians.
Bretonian
Oh,
players just
The one thing.
do this.
Okay. Clint told me this. So that Porter Robbo.
Yeah.
That Porter Robbo was entered at Worlds.
Oh, was
And
it?
it got like a like call out, but it didn't win.
Oh,
So this was entered again at this Golden Demon.
he got the redemption
So
run, the run back.
People are complaining about that.
Why? Can you not enter more than one?
I don't know. I don't know the rules.
Is that
So-
against the painter
But
code?
number one, I think what he entered was I think it's a different area because it's like Adepticon Golden Demon. That was Warhammer Worlds Golden Demon.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm just like, but you said, you're gonna get a cool painted model, and it's basically gonna do circuits.
Yeah,
Like I know this
so-
anything from Gundam, from cosplay. People are just gonna do the circuit.
Yeah. I mean, I would understand if he won an event and then took it to
Right.
another one and tried to win again. Like at that point,
Right.
I'm like, you already won one, right? But like he didn't win. Like, I don't see why you couldn't take it to another one. Painters, comment down below if that is like anti-painter code or something. Like, are we
Then we're
violating
gonna get
the law
the
of
painters upset about this. Like we're just whatever
Right.
painters. Calm down. The Middle Earth ones, whatever.
All right, I do
Middle
like
Earth.
this elk. This elk is actually really nice. Like
Yeah,
I like the color highlights to that. I think
yeah.
it's cool.
Going down Blood Bowl, whatever.
All right, Nurgle
The
is funny.
Necromunda stuff. The biggest thing the people have commented on the Blood Bowl Necromunda kill team stuff.
Yeah.
It was such a wide general thing. It wasn't like single model or team model. It was just Blood Bowl.
Oh, like run what you brung.
That
like
was the
kind of thing.
that was the category. It was Blood Bowl.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think because it's such a narrow thing, you just like whatever, as long as it qualifies for that. Yeah,
That makes sense.
So there's some people who did like these guys did a 5-man team.
Yeah,
Or this one guy did a single like model.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever you got.
Yeah. The epic stuff is pretty cool.
I mean, the epic is really nice.
I like that the epic stuff is kind of more traditional modeling. Like it's very much like
Yeah.
fine scale modeling.
I
It's
think
not
it's because of
really-
the scale that it's in.
Right.
You
It's not
kinda
even
want-
really
yeah.
classically painted. Yeah,
No,
it's like there's not a lot of
Yeah.
hard blends or anything. It's just a
Like,
very
There's no hard lining
traditional clean.
on
Yeah.
this. Like the Tau like manta thing down there. That's just
Yeah.
that's just a scale model. Like basically.
it's super weathered, like it's got all the like
right.
super nice weathering that you do for traditional scale
Yeah,
modeling.
that's real nice. I
Yeah.
actually like the Tau one more than I like the Titan.
Yeah,
I understand
mean-
the Titan one because it's a Titan.
right.
And propaganda.
Yeah. It's a Titan. It's got all the little like details and everything on it.
Yeah.
So it is kind of plain though. I saw this has got metallics on it. This is true metallics too.
No, that's the thing. This is true mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty neat. Now we are at the. Okay, we're at
the
the diorama.
dioramas. This is.
Yeah,
this
we'll
is-
talk. We'll talk about this guy
is a
later.
thing. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Really cool.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's really nice.
That's so
Um,
cool.
Here's some of the
What?
other ones.
Okay.
The Space Hulk one is pretty neat.
Space Hulk one.
like
the
the lighting
idea
on
is
it.
cool. Yeah. And this third one is just funny. It's just orcs.
It's
doing
funny.
things.
Yeah. Got the Youngblood stuff. And they got open competition with another Lizardman.
Open
Cool.
competition.
And then Slayer Sword.
Dude, lizardmen are freaking ridiculous. Jesus. Actually, that squig is actually really cool. I like the squig.
This Squig
I
is
see
pretty
the
cool.
squig. Oh man, this thing is so ridiculous. What?
I don't know the full info on this.
This
but-
is out of control.
We're saying from what I kind of got. I didn't watch the whole parts that break down this. That the grass, see that grass?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
3D printed.
That's cool. Whatever.
All the grass is 3D printed. People complain it is 3D printed.
Why are you complaining?
Same similar complaint as like you just printed out a background. Shouldn't everything be handmade?
Well, the miniature's not handmade, so you can go to hell already.
I know, but it's an actual like GW miniature.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of people.
You didn't make.
There's a
the
lot of people
miniatures.
complaining that there's a lot of stuff on the bases that are 3D printed. But I'm also like, how are you gonna? I don't know how you people.
Well, what do
I
you
mean,
want? Do you want
maybe-
GW to make grass? Like,
Maybe you can find like this grass file on like Thingiver or on like My Mini Factory and figure out that it's 3D printed.
but even
I'm
if
just
it's-
like, there's
what? No.
yeah.
Even if it's 3D printed though, like that's not an argument. You know what I mean? Like that's because if you're complaining that like you didn't grow the grass yourself, you didn't sculpt the grass.
It's sculpted. Listen, I think that's what people were
But
complaining
this
about.
isn't
that you
this
didn't
isn't a
do it by
modeling
hand.
contest. This is not a
Right.
modeling contest.
It's not a modeling contest.
It's a no, yeah.
This isn't what was that?
this,
What's the one that was in
um,
Vegas?
Yeah, the Scale Modelers Association, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
That Vegas scale modeling one where the dude was I had a whole I documented every single step.
Right.
Like I took pictures of everything and how I hand created every single object in this diorama.
Yeah.
And I
but-
was like,
but
yeah,
that-
that's pretty much how are you gonna prove it? You're gonna have to document every step that you did to prove it.
But that's the thing,
I
though.
don't.
Like that
Yeah.
competition, there was a judging criteria for that.
There was a judging
right.
criteria,
Like
right.
that's good. And that's what you take that kind of stuff to if you care about that.
Right. It's because
Yeah.
scale modelers judge you on everything. They
Right.
judge you on everything.
Yeah.
Painting, construction. There was a thing, I think I was talking to Josh, and he was asking if you're being judged on like construction of the model. Which I'm like, You're not, but
No.
if the model is not put together perfectly, you will get dinged on it.
Right. It detracts from the painting.
Right.
If you have like
Right.
gaps
If it-
and like
If you didn't get
build.
the mold lines off and a bunch of other stuff, yeah.
Right, but that's
So
because
you're not, but you are. Like
yeah, exactly.
it's minimal. They're not judging every little thing. It's not like they're judging this tree. Like, oh, how did you create this tree? Or like,
yeah. No,
what did you
that
use
has
for the
nothing to
bait?
do with it.
Like,
Yeah.
right.
No, GW.
This is kind of just being judged on the concept.
Yes, it's theme and the miniature
Yeah.
is what GW is judging you on.
So I kind of feel maybe people like figured it was 3D printed because it's a mirror. Like the grass is mirrored exactly.
I mean, if you had the same object twice, that's how you mirror it. It's not rocket science.
Right, but it's not just flipped upside down.
Oh, it's inverted also because of the mirror.
It's inverted.
Right.
Which I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Like, it's a cool model. Whatever. I think you should use whatever tools you have.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's within the realm of the rules for this particular event, right? Like you said, this is not about construction. It's theme and it's the miniature. That's the only two things that matter.
Right.
And it doesn't matter whether people agree with that. That's the rules of Golden Demon. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, he has the grass, like the lily pads, look like they are a picture too.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like they're not painted, but whatever.
Well, they're not real lily pads. Like,
I mean,
shut the fuck up.
You could get super nitpicky on some stuff. Somebody was saying some other stuff about being AI generated on this model, and I don't know, so I can't. All
right. The AI propaganda is getting out of control. Like,
wow.
Oh, okay. So like, here's the thing, right? Like,
say that word around artists.
I hope artists are listening to this. If one of the 20 people who watched our last video is an artist, this is for you, right? You gotta calm down. Just because an AI can do better things than you, that's a you problem. I said it. That's right. I said it. Because there's lots of artists
AI
doing
are coming
things.
for our jobs.
There's lots of people who are still doing perfectly good things despite AI. And I'm just saying, if the problem is that you cannot do better than AI, that's a you problem. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. The first one. I'm gonna go back to this first one up here, right? Whether or not this generic looking Jurassic Park forest is right. AI printed or not, it's pretty irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It is completely pointless.
And I don't know the judging criteria, but if the background wasn't part of it, then I don't think it's an issue.
I'm pretty sure the background or the bases have nothing to do with what's judged on the GW.
If you can use a picture is in the background or in the criteria, then whatever. It's in the criteria.
Also, even if it wasn't AI generated, what if you cut it out of a magazine?
I mean, yeah. I don't know how people could. I mean,
right.
So I'm sure there are AI.
What if you took a photo?
AI detectives out there. I mean, I could do it, but it's not a half naked anime girl, so I can't tell.
Right.
Immediately.
Well, what if you just took a photo, and then ran it through a color filter, it's all the same, right? It's just a photo. And what's annoying is the complaint isn't that it wasn't painted. The complaint seems to be just people soapboxing the AI.
It was partly because it wasn't painted, and then some other group was like, it's AI generated.
Well, the AI people need to get the fuck out of here. I will actually give more credence to the people who are like, it wasn't painted. The AI people came in and kind of ruined your argument. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You had an argument until the AI people showed up, and now I'm disregarding your argument. So too bad, you lost on that one. But it is kind of interesting because no one has ever, none of these other ones have a picture.
Right. I will say, this is about Golden Deamon in general. I don't I just wish there was more creativity in these. I wish that people like were able to like do a lot more with them. I understand they're painting it so that it's Golden Demon.
Right.
There's a very restrictive like look it has to be, which kind of it just makes it look like GW.
Well, that's what it is. Golden Demon is
Right.
a GW advertising event, right? Like it's not what is the one that Snickernack always goes to? ReaperCon.
Oh,
ReaperCon is the opposite,
Yeah.
right? ReaperCon is a celebration of painters, miniatures, and people who have way too much time on their hands. ReaperCon has some ridiculous, like, creatively done stuff. But that's because they embrace all companies, all styles of painting. It's just whatever you want. It's pretty much like their open competition is out of control.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I like. I mean, I like the stuff. Listen, your mini painters are great. Like, you guys do cool stuff.
Yeah.
You're nothing compared to the traditional scale modelers.
Well, I guess it's different. Like I'm actually gonna kind of argue that one. Like scale modeling also falls into some really weird like ruts as
like
well.
knowing scale modeling, I know that there's a lot of cheats in scale modeling.
Well, not just cheats, but the end product for scale modeling, because it's based on realism, falls into a lot of also like stylistic ruts. You know what I mean? Like
there is certain styles of
right.
Yeah,
It's a fixed style that people want it to look
Right.
like, which is similar to GW. It's a fixed style that people
was
want
like-
it to look like.
when we were there, I was like, how do you judge these World War II tanks because they all look the same?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
how do
yeah.
you judge
That's what I'm
how
saying. Yeah,
someone
yeah.
did?
It's like is
Like, I was looking through that and I was like, man, they all look the same. Like,
they do.
how do
Yeah.
you judge this? And I saw the
mean,
car people and I was like, damn, you car people are ridiculous.
Okay, car people are just car people.
Like, you made a real car
Yes.
at tiny scale.
Yeah. Car people
Like,
are
yeah.
kind of ridiculous. So. But I guess like
Freaking
if you look at
painted that
anything long
body and
enough,
sanded it, wet sanded it, and
yeah. But that's just the thing.
Yeah.
If you look at any one thing too long, it's all gonna just start
Right.
to look the same. Like, so. I mean, like you said, like even with Gundams, right? Like every year we see Gundams, and yeah, they're all crazy, but they're also all Gundams at the end of the day.
The interesting thing about Gundam, at least, is it's a little more fluid and like you can do crazy stuff. Sometimes that'll win, kind of like the cell shaded stuff. Like that was super wow when it first came out, and they were winning everything. Now there's a lot of people who have done the cell shaded kind of
People are over
cartoon
it
style.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you do something ridiculously crazy with it.
Yeah. On that note, but non-metallic metal has been around for way too long for people to still be
It's been
impressed
around
with it.
forever.
I know. I'm like,
but they're doing it differently now. So if you may not notice it, you're not a painter, and I didn't notice this, but the blends are not like super smooth blends. It's all stippled blends now because that's kind of the in style. Like they're not using glazes to kind of make the smooth blends. They're stippling color on, like little layers and layers of color.
okay.
That's just a technique that is like the in thing right now.
Got it.
So it's evolved. Like the non-metallic has evolved from when it started, but it's still non-metallic.
I gotcha. That's pretty nerdy of painter.
Right.
I looking at this Necron, actually, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not like what a wet blend would be. It's,
Right.
It's multiple colors.
It's little tiny dots. Like
Yeah.
you can. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. The result.
They also
is incremental.
The one thing I'll say is looking at that and seeing some other painting. I don't see the kind of like I don't know what it's called. Or like listen, we're not pro painters here. But kind of like like scratchy coloring. I don't know if you've seen it on some models.
Yes.
Where they do like scratches of color.
Yes.
And like they just do layers and layers of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You don't see that style. On any
Almost
of
like
these
cross
models, but-
hatching from like traditional.
Yeah, kind of almost
drawing.
like cross hatching.
Yeah. You know what I would actually really love to see GW do? I want to see a no airbrush category. I would love to see people just hand paint.
I'm sure some of these are hand painted.
Yeah, but I feel like that should get more credit than what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like
That's a hard one. Again, like
dude, you gotta time lapse your painting.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how you can.
You gotta time lapse the whole thing. I want to record it with a
time
lapse video. Yeah, show your work.
Show your work
all the way through. No airbrush.
I don't know how the entries work. I don't know if this is like again going to Gundam competitions that and scale modeling. If you bullshit your way to the top, because that's you gotta break down everything you did, right?
You tell that story,
so you gotta bullshit your way through that.
It's true. Right.
You add stuff just to elaborate it, like no decals used.
Oh,
or...
that's right. No decals was a popular one.
Right. Everything is built from scratch, like
hand drawn emblems.
Right.
I wonder. Yeah, I'm not sure if.
I'm not sure. I think they just put their name in though.
So yeah,
because these are being judged on the look, right?
See that's also very different. Yeah.
Right. Scale modeling and Gundams are judged on the technique, and really like, painting less than the technique.
No, and that's kind of a complaint that I sometimes have with these kinds of competitions. Is it's not the nicest model wins. It's the model that made use of the coolest, latest techniques is what's winning.
Like I've not really seen a model that's been painted like this win a Gunpla. I mean, not like I'm sure one has won a Gunpla competition, but in general, they tend to be cleanly painted and not like non-metallic and.
Yeah, that's not the Gundam style. You know, like they want the model to be. Have that smooth finish,
right?
Very clean look. They don't actually. Gundam doesn't. I don't remember the last time that like a AC that's like all battle damaged and rusted. That's not usually what wins either.
No, it's really like a lot of weather and stuff is not as. It doesn't really win as much.
Well, kind of like we joked about with Hero, shout out to Hobby One, is you can weather things because you suck at you use it to hide flaws.
Well, you can hide flaws with paint too. That's it.
You can also hide flaws.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want
apparently that from my experience, you can't hide all your flaws.
No. But if you have a mirror finish, like those car people, there's no hiding those flaws.
Somehow he was like, did you do the scratches on the inner thigh on purpose? And I was like, how did you see that?
Dude, he cracked out that flashlight. That's why. That's what
I'm
do.
Like, damn it.
He got that judging flashlight.
I thought I got it perfect. I didn't do enough sanding. Yeah. Anyways.
Nope.
Painting drama.
Drama.
Yeah, that was the GW drama of
these painting people need to calm down. They need to calm down.
I mean, that's pretty calm GW drama for GW. Like
that is in the grand scheme of the drama.
I like that we're just talking about GW. We're going to talk about other things, but we just end up talking about GW.
I mean, that's the first half of the show is the GW.
Right. Let's talk more about GW. Let's talk about Age of Sigmar New Edition stuff.
Oh,
it's freaking amazing.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Every time they show stuff, I'm like, man.
I've watched the intro video like multiple times.
I get complaints and people kind of complain. Oh no, they're going into a new edition. Blah blah blah. Oh man, why are they changing this? And then I see why they're doing it. I'm like, damn.
Because they should. That's why.
Yeah, that's really smart.
So here we go. They posted up a new article today. I got it up on screen right now. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. What are modular rules?
Yeah, when they said modular rules, I really wanted to know. Because they just kind of like keyworded it. Oh, modular rules.
It's a little buzzwordy.
A little buzzwordy,
yeah. But yeah. So let's see here. Put simply,
Ooh.
There's core rules and advanced rules. Core rules, it's moving, fighting, shooting, unit coherency, everything you need to know to play the game. Advanced rules cover command, terrain, magic, army comp. Army comp is an interesting one.
Army comp, yeah.
Right? That caught my attention. Command models and battle tactics.
So I'm guessing army composition is basically like points or
I'm wondering how, or like whatever their force org.
Yeah. like match play, like Force Org. Whereas I
So,
think the basic rules don't care about Force Org.
well, the basic rules apparently don't care about command points either. And what's
You probably
interesting is
you can't
magic is
you
also
don't use commands, right? Yeah, magic is interesting.
magic being in the
I like that they
advanced
don't have
rules is
train. You
interesting.
don't even need train. The core rules, you don't need train. Don't play with terrain.
Oh, terrain is in core rules. Oh yeah, terrain is in advanced
Yeah.
rules.
I'm guessing that's terrain rules,
Yeah, terrain rules like
the terrain specific rules.
yeah. And then
I like the
battle
command
tactics.
models.
Command
Yeah,
models is
battle
also another
tactics,
one.
command models. Like
Yep,
okay,
yep.
whatever.
Yeah,
So
you can just
basically
play the
core
game.
rules
Is
the base rules of the game.
right.
You just throw models on a table.
Yeah, and just play.
They just play.
Yeah,
I wonder if like they're gonna change the command abilities on models or something.
I'm thinking that would make sense because of the hard reboot. Like if they are going to redesign the way that works. Yeah.
An interesting thing looking at these advanced rules. Those are all a different color.
They are. They are. So what's
So I
interesting?
wonder if they're going to be color coded on a data sheet.
So what's interesting is down below, they specifically state that you pick and choose.
Oh.
So different types of gameplay will require different things.
Well, they were talking about the Path to Glory stuff.
Yeah,
they're doing some really good stuff with Path to Glory.
Dude, I liked last edition's Path to Glory. I thought most of the army's Path to Glory was really fun.
Yeah. They are improving it. And they said that it's going to focus on your hero gaining.
I think it's going to be more narrative, like borderlining.
Right.
I'm hoping it's borderlining on RPG like.
Yeah.
Because that would be
Spearhead sounds fun. And it looks like Spearhead is the core way to play.
I think Spearhead will be core rules. With maybe like a couple of things splashed in, like here and there.
What does Path to Glory not have? Oh, battle tactics?
Probably not battle tactics. Probably not.
Yeah, that's what it said.
It might not have comp either.
Why is there match play in General's Handbook? What is the difference? You get seasonal rules in the General's Handbook.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Spearhead is just your basic. Path to Glory adds 5 of them. It doesn't add the battle tactics.
Also, listen, people. GW didn't need to do this. You could just not play with certain rules.
I mean, you can always no. Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right. We're gonna hit people with the rant. GW people are sheep, us included. So I'm gonna include us in it so that way you can't hate on us too bad, but you're gonna hate on us in a second. GW people are too stupid to play the game unless GW tells you can play the game that way. I know this because I've played 40K for years, and GW has always in all their books been like, just play whatever you want as long as you're buying our shit. Play our game.
Yeah,
they've always said that. And you know what happens every edition? There is only one way to play, and it's the tournament.
People want to use their shit.
It's the tournament way is the only way.
You can't be like, no, let's not use the psychic phase. Then the Eldar players will be upset.
I mean, nobody cares what Eldar players think. That's why we nerfed your army 12 times this edition.
Wow. And you even get a codex. They got like 3 nerfs.
You haven't even got a codex yet, and you're just been nerfed 12 times this season. I'm just saying.
Like, maybe we shouldn't play with devastating wounds.
And here's the thing, like early on in Path to Glory or Crusade mode for 40K, I admit it was rough. Like it was really bookkeepy. It wasn't as in depth. It wasn't as flavorful.
Right.
But these days, with like 4 additions between AOS and 40K of refining, Path to Glory and Crusade is super fun. It's my favorite way to play the game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We should play some Path to Glory when the new edition.
No. We're absolutely. So my thought is, I'm definitely gonna get a whole bunch of our homies together. We're gonna get Hero. We'll call out Adam. Shout outs to all of you. We're gonna call out what's his name with the Kroot army. All the people on our painting competition that failed. Sorry, we apologize. That was our bad. All the people in our painting.
Martin
Martin. Yeah. We're gonna get them all together. We're gonna run some Path to Glory. We're gonna do a big narrative thing. So look forward to that. That's probably gonna be the return to videos. Is I want to do a big narrative Path to Glory, and like record a bunch of stuff for that. So keep an eye out for that preview if you watch these videos. But yes, we should definitely play Path to Glory.
But you know what would also help?
What's that?
Organize a Path to Glory.
What's that?
An app.
Oh shit! Guys, remember 2 editions ago when GW promised us an app to track Crusade?
Yeah, that didn't happen.
It's been literally like
It
6
didn't
years
happen.
at this point,
Yeah,
and 2 different apps. We have 2 different apps,
Yeah.
6 years, and still no way to track Crusade, and no way to track Path to Glory.
no way to track Path to Glory.
Yeah, thanks GW. Shout outs to you on that one.
Okay, what else do we got here?
All right,
There's
so
Spearhead, blah, blah.
the current General's Handbook is set in
okay.
Andtor. Blah 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 blah. Primal Magic. Okay, yeah, it's got a lot going on in that. How will the modular affect that? Oh, they state in the future they could just replace the magic module entirely
Right.
with a magic module, for example, Antor, or probably
Right.
whatever realm they're in, which is actually really cool because, like, yeah, because that's such a thematic thing to AOS.
It would give you different things that happen.
Or like if you're in like
Yeah,
a
or
different
different
realm,
ways for
yeah,
your
like you're in the
magic,
realm of
right.
metal, like the magic could just function differently.
Right. Or like your base magic could change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. And it does give them a way
I think
to
that's
also
cool.
update
I like what
things,
they're doing.
yeah, without having to
Right.
do a whole edition.
Right. Or like, have do a whole new edition. And they can also make it specific.
Yes.
I understand that,
Yeah.
yes, it's modular, it's specific to like campaign, book, whatever. Like this is the plugins for this. Like we're using these magic items, like these are the only ones that are available.
Right.
Yeah. And they make them thematic. Like I
And-
like that idea.
And actually, they've kind of done that in the last edition, very jankily with the General's Handbook, because they've changed up army comp and they've changed up battle tactics each season. Also, just not in such a clean way that they're doing here, and it kind of sets that expectation where it's like, yeah, like if you're brand new, these modular rules are like you, and that's what's cool too. Is like you can choose which one you want. Like you can choose to fight what realm you want, or like, you know. Like maybe you really liked when monsters were the cool thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool. Like I like what they're doing. I think it's gonna be fun.
What's funny is I feel like AOS kind of has the War Machine Hordes thing, where Hordes was always the better game because it was experimented on in War Machine, and then Hordes just got the cool new thing like that was refined and works correctly.
Yeah,
and it kind of went back and forth. And
I like it, but I feel like it's not getting the hype. I just don't think people care as much for AOS. So like there's some diehard players, but
I almost like that better. I don't want.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't want the tournament crowd to be in here.
If this said Warhammer 40K or Warhammer 40,000, people will be up in arms about
that's
these
the
rules,
thing,
about
right?
this modular rule. Oh my god!
They're like, oh my god, that's so unfair. Blah 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 blah. Are you gonna invalidate my army? Nobody cares. Like AOS people are just like,
do I have to play this specific way so I can use these rules?
Right. AOS people are just like, I'm gonna build a new army. It's an excuse to buy cool new models.
I get to play anything the way I want. Nice.
Right, yeah, so that's what AOS players are like. They're just like nice. They're like, if I don't like a rule, I can just swap it for a different module.
Okay.
Better.
We don't have to
all
use
the
this.
better. I don't even need to use terrain rules at all because I hate terrain rules. Sweet. Like, that's all that this says to me.
Yeah.
Is if terrain is too much effort, I'm just not gonna use the terrain rules. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying.
Dude, I am actually so hyped for AOS. I know this was supposed to be a Saltcast, but maybe this is just Saltcast on why 40k sucks and why
40K sucks.
it needs to get good.
And
and the thing is also like with what they learned from hard rebooting 40k, a second time hard rebooting 40k, I think the hard reboot this time will be actually pretty clean. I'm actually not super worried because they did a really good for AOS. Because the first reboot was suck, right? 8th edition was ass.
I think the cool thing about AOS and so like they were oh no, were they watching the video like, are they gonna index AOS? They're basically indexing AOS, but AOS rules have always been free. The War Scrolls the data sheets have always been free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Big deal.
It's not an issue.
Right. It's
Like
not a huge deal.
right.
Yeah.
But we get all of our rules. We get to play with our freaking models. I don't know.
No, yeah.
We'll do a review of the data sheets like we did with 10th edition, but I doubt it's going to be anywhere near as. Oh my god, they changed this.
Well, I think the thing also was like with the 40K reboot, it wasn't so much about the data sheets. It was about the sub faction rules.
The sub faction rules, yeah.
But I don't think AOS's sub faction rules are as impactful as 40Ks are.
Right.
So it's not that big of a deal. You just still throw your miniatures down and you just smash armies together.
I just hope that GW rewrites the KO rules to just be transport. Listen, they're transport. Stop trying to be like, oh, it's garrison. It's garrison.
Honestly,
like no,
it's
transport.
If they take the time to finally just stop using garrison,
freaking 40K rules.
Yeah, just
call it a transport.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine because they're not the only army with a transport anymore. Fish elves have the big turtle. Like other people have transports. It's okay. Just call it what it is.
I know they're doing garrison because it was a generic rule that's used across.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they're gonna make it probably transport as a universal special rule.
That's fine. Yeah.
Which is great because then you don't have to look at the data sheet for it. Which some people will complain that then it's a USR and you got to go look up a USR, but whatever. Like okay, it's fine when you have a limited number of USRs, not when you have like 100 USRs.
Right, you don't need 100 USRs, right? USRs are not what adds depth.
Or special anymore.
Right, correct. Yes. Right, your depth should not be in your USRs, absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
No.
So we'll see how that goes. Like I think everything I've heard so far, I like the ideas. I like the spearhead.
Uh-huh.
I think that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be even more accessible to get into than it already is, which is ridiculous.
I think so.
AOS is the simplest game to play.
It is. You know what's a fun one that I just saw? So if you go to the Battle Tomes article, halfway through where they're talking about USRs, there's a line that says Battle Shock has been removed.
Ooh.
Which I like, because Battle Shock was the most worthless phase in the whole game. I don't care. It never does anything. I roll dice pointlessly.
It never does anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could just use command points and then make it on Battle Shock.
Exactly.
Non-Battle Shock.
That's the whole point anyway. Yeah. It looks like they're just removing Battle Shock altogether.
It also just gives people advantages like the ghost dudes.
Oh,
they don't Battle Shock.
They just don't Battle Shock.
Or even I think the Bone Reapers don't.
Yeah, most of the death faction just ignores Battle Shock.
Which is like whatever. Okay, that was that's kind of advantage, but it's not. It's not really. No one ever Battle Shocks.
Right. Even the worst armies didn't Battle Shock, so big deal.
Like at the point you're Battle Shocking, you're either dead, like, or you just got like 2 dudes left. Woo.
Right. At that point, right. They're more or less a non-point.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it is good, and I really think not having Battle Shock, we're not going to get into the 10th edition Battle Shock grasp. We're like, oh man, Battle Shock's so useful.
Yeah, no, 10th edition where they tried to pretend that morale. This is the edition where morale will finally be worth something. No, it's still worthless.
Dark Angels got rules where if they're Battle Shock, they get better things.
Congratulations, Dark Angels. That made you the most worthless army in all of the game.
But is there a way for them to Battle Shock themselves? No,
you can't get your own buffs.
What?
No, it's impossible for you to activate your buffs without someone actually like killing all your dudes.
If you're playing Tyrannid, they can try and Battle Shock your whole army.
I guess you got that Tyrannid buff.
Right, you mean on my 8 leadership or whatever?
Yeah, that meta.
On my 10 leadership with my with the lion. Yeah, that's
correct. Good luck failing that.
Yeah. Anyway.
No.
Battle Shock is stupid.
Battle Shock stupid. AOS looking good though. Is excited. Very excited.
The only time Battle Shock and leadership was great was in fantasy.
That's different.
Fantasy and third 3.5 edition
3.5.
40k.
That's true.
Like 4.5, where you're able to run down a whole entire
That's
unit
right.
with one dude.
That's right. Where when your movement was like there was some way to make people's movement like 2 and then make your movement like 3+ or something,
like,
so like it was impossible
dice.
to run away. Yeah, 3
Yeah,
dice.
I roll like 3 dice, take the 2 highest. Like what?
I just like what? Like do I just die? It's like yeah, you just
So
die.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's right.
well,
I rolled like an 11.
Right.
I'm gonna overrun you, and I will actually impact your next unit, so I'm actually in combat with them too. It's like, like what?
Like you lost combat resolution. You lost 1 dude, I lost 0. You failed, so like your 40 guys run away.
Your 40 dudes run away, and I'm gonna overrun them.
Yeah, and then I catch them with 1 dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I catch them with 1 dude.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Like
They're
what?
Dead. Get wrecked.
They're all dead. Get wrecked.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Anyways,
no. This edition change might be the hype I need to finish painting those Silver Death. I'm pretty hyped on this.
I'll see if I can get any GW painted. I don't know.
I mean, you have an AOS. You have 2 AOS armies painted though. That's what I'm saying.
I do. I gotta completely finish the KOs, but I like to see more of the KO and see how they play.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing. I don't like how KO currently are.
Right. I am looking forward to that, where they kind of do the faction focuses and stuff.
Right.
I'm sure we'll have commentary on all of them. But yeah.
Like I'd want to paint my chaos, but then I'm like, there's just so much effort painting GW models.
Yeah. Certain ones definitely are more effort than others. So yeah.
I just want to slot paint on a model and call it done.
I mean, that's orcs. I mean, okay.
I try to paint my orcs the hardest way possible.
Yeah, you tried to put effort into orcs, and I think you need to just go back to slopping paint onto orcs, because honestly,
no, I'm gonna
orcs
slop paint on another model.
Orcs are for slopping paint on it. Night goblins are also for slopping paint on them. Just saying.
Well, my night goblins are orange. They can get painted.
I mean, you just
they need to get painted. They're really
you
nice.
need teeth in goblins.
Well,
that's like 10 seconds to paint that shit.
I gotta highlight the squigs, but
that's optional. They're squigs. Let's be honest. That's optional.
Like I got one done, but I didn't like how he looked. Anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, you got Skaven though. Your Skaven are basically done.
But they're gonna be new Skaven.
Well, that's the thing, right? We don't know what's good in any of these things yet,
right.
Or how they're gonna play.
Like they're gonna be all new Skaven, and I'm probably gonna buy the new Skaven.
Oh, that's true. You're gonna get
box.
new Skaven models because you got the box.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna buy the box and just huck away the
start from scratch. That's fair. That's fair.
Like I don't need those. I don't care about them.
That is a bit struggle. At least with 40k, like Tyranids were an army I didn't have all together, right. So like that wasn't bad.
Because I could try and buy the Skaven hat, but that's not gonna happen. We watched we watched the stream.
You can,
and the rats.
Yeah, the rat infestation is real. If you want Stormcast, you'll be able to pick that shit up cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But Skaven, the Skaven half is the money half right there. That's absolutely. I don't know. Maybe I'll just paint the Stormcast just to have them done.
I mean, they're Stormcast,
right?
Like,
I mean, we could just spray them gold.
Yeah. You just like Zenithal them gold and
call it a day.
Pick out some details,
if that. Yeah, I mean Stormcast we could just get done for the edition.
Right.
But I mean, what else we got? We got lots of armies.
It'll see, like, depending on what the models look like.
Yeah. I mean, in addition, we have. Well, I've got Khorne. I've got a lot of Khorne painted.
Right.
We've got Tzeentch. I've got a lot of Tzeentch painted.
Right.
We've got pointy elves that are not painted. We've got last edition's Cruel Boys, which hopefully this edition makes them not suck.
Yeah.
You've got Squigs,
KO,
Skaven,
yeah, Slaves to Darkness,
All Dragon, Sigmar.
Yeah, All Dragon, Sigmar. One giant dragon.
One giant corn dragon, which is an army unto himself. Which we actually, you know what we should do as a bunch of a narrative thing? We got to do the army versus the one dragon challenge. That's definitely something we should do.
Yeah, he's gone into Legends though, but he's still there. They are still there, but I gotta paint that one model someday.
Right. Someday. What else? What else do we have? Oh, I've got Sylvaneth, which I'm painting. That's Sylvaneth.
I
Oh, I've got the
swear I have
Slanesh
more
army.
than
I
that.
I got Slanesh that
Oh
I
yeah,
bought the holiday box that I've yet to build. Uh,
I
what else do
swear I
we
got
have?
more than that.
I'm sure we've got other things too. We got Nurgle. Got Nurgle Plague
Oh yeah,
Marines
I
and the
got my Nurgle.
Glotkin.
Yeah, I got my Nurgle
There's
dudes.
that. Yeah, yeah. Is that all the armies for AOS that we have?
I
I
forgot
think
that I had a Stormcast army.
you've got two
I have the
Stormcast armies.
dragons.
You got the
Yeah,
dragons. Yeah.
yeah.
I think
I have
that's
a
it for
ton of
AOS.
chaos. So.
Oh, you have Bone Reapers. You have Bone Reapers.
Oh yeah, I'm a Bone Reapers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really have a ton of Bone Reapers right now. Oh, I have some.
Probably have at least 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish they expanded that line, but whatever.
That
I
that
was
would be
hoping
nice.
I was
Yeah.
hoping for new models, but they gave us Warcry models.
You did get Warcry models. Yeah. I'm gonna go to like GW site. I know I'm missing some. Uh.
Well, I have giants,
Oh, you have giants. Yeah, yeah,
gigantes. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gigantes. We have many GW.
Let me see here. I'm gonna go to shop real quick. AOS. So Order has Cities of Sigmar, which we know people who have. I don't think any of us have Daughters of Cain, right? Oh, I got Fire Slayers. I
No.
own a Fire Slayers army. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, I got it.
yeah.
That's right. Deepkin. I think we sold off our Deepkin, so we don't have that.
Did I keep the sharks? I can't remember.
I know you got the boats, like the boat wreckage. I don't remember if you kept the
I
sharks.
got the boat wreckage. I don't remember if I kept the sharks or not.
Yeah.
They're gonna be my
Yeah.
Gura army.
You got KO. We've got Pointy Elves, unpainted.
Mm.
No one's got Seraphon.
No.
Stormcast, Sylvaneth. No one has Flesh Eater Courts. I used to have that a long time ago. I don't know what we did
Right.
with that.
We sold those.
Oh, Night Haunt, which we don't have that.
How many night hunts?
You got Bone Reapers and Soul Blight. No one. We don't have Soul Blight.
I don't have soul blades. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of death.
Don't have a lot of death. No. Got a lot of chaos. We got chaos of all the flavors.
Yeah.
We don't have Beast of Chaos.
No. Yeah.
But we have the rest of them. We have Blades, Disciples, Hedoneth, Megakin, Slaves, Skaven.
Right.
We own a lot of chaos. We got some issues. And then Destruction. You got Gloom Spites. You have Orc. You got the Sons of Behemoth. We don't have any ogres. Which whatever.
Used to have
We used
some
to have
ogres.
ogres, but I think we sold a bunch of them.
Yeah. I used to have the riders, the beast guys,
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
starter box, all beast riders
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
but I think I sold them.
Yeah. So yeah, I think once again somehow we have more than half the armies here. What the hell? We
Yeah.
have bought way too much GW shit sometimes. All right. Well, there we go. This turned into a both hype and rant Saltcast. AOS. We will be doing AOS this year though. We'll keep talking a lot of that good about this edition as we go along.
Yeah, I think it's good hype. I think we were expecting new AOS edition,
Yeah.
but like we're kind of like, what could they do?
Yeah.
And so far, it sounds like they're doing good. Like they're pretty much taking out everything that's slowing down the game, or at least making it not optional.
Right. I like the fact that they are just blatantly being like, these are optional rules.
Right.
Like, you don't need to play them, even though GW people are just going to play them all for whatever reason.
I mean, it was like commands. Like we sometimes don't even use the actual like command.
Yeah.
Like the objective thing you're supposed to pick at the beginning every turn.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's one thing that I will say that I actually wouldn't mind them changing. While it was a cool idea, I think it was a little
Right.
clunky.
I think it was a little clunky.
I get that there was some strategic like choice to make. You know, you pick the one that works for you. I personally like Maelstrom style cards better. I've always enjoyed Maelstrom. Yeah.
And it sounds like they're gonna have that for Spearhead.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what it sounds like.
yeah, they're gonna have Maelstrom for that.
Because what I'll say
And
is
that's cool.
yeah, the way 40K is doing it currently, I think that's the best part of 10th edition is how they revamped Maelstrom into being the main style of gameplay.
The main, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it is balanced. The fact that it's balanced enough for competitive and it's fun enough to give you that like very you got to be on the fly kind of experience. Yeah. So that's
That
my
makes
favorite part.
sense.
10th. Nice. I'm pretty excited for this shit. Gotta go buy a new army. Maybe. Or
I
maybe
mean,
not buy an army. I actually don't even
I'm
know
getting
what I would buy.
Skaven, so
Yeah, you're getting
I'm
Skaven.
basically getting a new army because I'm getting Skaven. Which, man, I hope they don't redo a bunch of stuff because, like,
dude, you're gonna get all new miniatures. It's the same as the Tyranid thing. At least half my
I know,
miniatures were
but
brand new.
I have what's his name? The dude riding the ogre.
Dude, you know that
red
name
ogre.
dudes are all gonna get new models. Name dudes are guaranteed to get new models.
I like. I searched out to try and find his model because
I know.
arguably that model is kind of lackluster.
You know that that's what I'm saying. Like because it's the seer on the fancy guy, right? The fancy seer.
Yeah.
On his super rat ogre, the 4-armed rat ogre. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna get a new model, and you know it's gonna be like giant and just baller.
Thankful. Yeah.
Thankful. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Thankful is getting a new model, and it's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be some crazy centerpiece model.
Definitely.
Nice.
New rats.
Whatever. You were just complaining. You were just complaining that you need GW to sell you things, so you stop your heavy gear addiction. This new edition is gonna be. The.
I'm gonna say this. I probably won't paint my new rats in bay colors.
Yeah, you gonna go with something new?
I'm gonna go with something new. The bay
colors
was
the
nice.
Bay army. I mean, just preserve the Bay's army
cool.
for what it is. Yeah.
But they were not very pretty looking, I guess.
No, but I mean, I think it's cool just to preserve the army
the army, yeah,
for what it is. Yeah, I mean, it is a finished army now, technically.
Kind of. It has a finished army build.
Right, and that's all that matters. Because I mean, it's not the one we're gonna play, so it is just a technically finished army, and that's what's important. Mm-hmm. Don't unfinish your finished armies. Just start new armies. Pro tip, everybody. Don't add models to your finished army. Just make a new army. That's how you do it. All right. I think we did good this time. Feeling good. So we will see you guys on the next show. If you guys are excited for AOS, comment down below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe.
Saltcast Hate on Painters edition.
Hating on painters. That's right, painters. If you painters hate on us, comment that down below too. We appreciate it. All right. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.